Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our science class. In the previous class, I gave the question answers. I think all of you wrote it in your fair copy. Those who did not write, complete it, okay? And now we'll discuss it, okay? First one, G question, G short answer type question, okay? Short answer type question. List three properties of mixtures. List three properties of mixtures. Okay, see the answer. Some important properties of a mixture are as follows. First one, the composition of a mixture is not fixed. Example, the components may be present in any ratio. Components may be present in any ratio. Second one, mixture do not have a sharp melting or boiling point. It will not have a sharp melting or boiling point. It will be different. Third one, when a mixture is created, no new substance is formed. Each part of a mixture can retain its own properties. Okay, it will not create new any substance. Okay, that mixture only. That is the these are the main three properties of a mixture. Second question, explain winnowing. Second one, explain winnowing. Answer. This method is generally used by farmers to separate husk and hay from grains after harvesting with the help of wind. After the harvesting with the help of wind, farmers are doing this method. Okay, this method is based on the property that grains are heavier than husk and hay. So grains always will be heavier than husk and hay. This is the main property. That's why due to wind, husk and hay will fall little far and grain will fall just straight down. Okay. In this method, the wheat grains containing husk are allowed to fall down from one height while the wind is blowing. The lighter husk particles are carried away by the wind and form a separate heap away from that of the heavier grains. That's we discuss. Instead of if wind is not there, fan also, one stand fan also can use. Okay, in villages I think you've seen this. Okay, third one, explain magnetic separation. Explain magnetic separation. Magnetic separation is the method of separating a magnetic substance from a non-magnetic substance using a magnet. Iron, nickel and cobalt are magnetic substance. Magnetic substance only we can remove by this method. Okay, they attach to the magnet while other substance do not. In factories, scrap iron is separated from the heap of waste materials by using strong electric magnet fixed to the a crane. And from waste, no, if you want to remove the scrap iron through this method, we can use. Okay, already using it. Number 4, what do you mean by saturated solution? Solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature is called a saturated solution. In that same temperature, no more solute can be dissolved. That is what a saturated solution. Number 5, what is hand picking? When is it usually done? This method is applied to separate unwanted solid impurities from a useful solid by hand. This method is used when one of the components is present in small quantity and differs in color, shapes, or size so that it can be picked up manually. For example, this method is used to separate particles of dirt, stone, husk, etc. from the grains of wheat, rice, pulses, etc. These undescribable components are present in small quantity, and the total amount of grains to be separated generally is not very large. Therefore, it is possible to separate them by the hand picking. Okay, hand picking, generally at home, no, generally using for remove waste from the from wheat, rice, pulses and all, no. If in wheat, rice or pulses any stone or other husk or anything is there, by hand, no, before cooking will separate, will remove. That is called what a hand picking. Next, sixth one is name the factors on which solubility of a substance depends. Solubility of a substance depends on the following: temperature, continuous stirring, solute in the powdered form. These three things are mainly depend. Name the what is the question? Name the factors on which solubility of a substance depend. First one is temperature. According to temperature, if temperature is more, no more, solubility will be more. Continuous stirring, we have to mix it continuously, then quickly will mix. Next one, solute in the powdered form. It's solute, if the solute in powder form, that also will mix very quickly. Next one, difference. Okay, long answer type question. Okay, H. Okay, H. Long answer type question. First one, differentiate between the following: pure substance and mixture. Pure substance and mixture. What are the differences? Pure substances consist of particles of only one kind. For example, all elements and chemical components are pure substances. Pure substances consist of particles of only one kind. And mixtures consist of two or more types of particles. For example, sugar solution is a mixture of sugar and water. Next, second point, the composition of pure substance is the same throughout. Its composition will be everywhere same. If we take the sample of from anywhere, it will be same. The composition not same as throughout. And in a mixture, it will not be same in throughout. Third point, pure substance have a definite melting point, boiling point, and the density. For example, the melting point of water is 0 degree Celsius and boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. A mixture has no definite physical properties such as the boiling point, melting point, and density, etc. In this mixture, it will not have, we can't say like this, so 0 degree, 100 degree, like that we can't say. It may be change. Okay, next, second point, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. A mixture is homogeneous when its various components are uniformly spread throughout the mixture, and each part of the mixture has the same property. Homogeneous means the particles will be mixture equally everywhere. Okay, and components of a homogeneous mixture cannot be seen by naked eyes or through a magnifying glass. For example, a mixture of salt and water is a homogeneous mixture. A mixture is heterogeneous when its various components are not uniformly spread throughout the mixture, and each part of the mixture shows different properties. Components of a Heterogeneous mixture can be seen by naked eyes or through a magnifying glass. For example, a mixture of sand and iron fillings. So, mixture of sand and iron filling, it will be a heterogeneous mixture. And number three, a solute and solute and solvent. What is solute? What is solvent? The substance that is dissolved is called a solute, and the substance in which a solute is dissolved is called solvent. For example, in sugar solution, sugar is a solute and water is the solvent. Sugar is a solute and water is the solvent. Remember it. Okay. Second question, explain the process of filtration with the help of a diagram. Okay, in your textbook, page number is there. Page number, through on page number 52, you can see there. Write it. Okay, page number 52. You can see there. What was the question? Okay, in page number 52, clearly given there, to separate chalk powder dissolved in water using filtration. What was the question? Explain the process of filtration with the help of diagram. Okay, all of you, diagram also is there. You can see there, and this 6 points are there. That's all right. Okay, and observation and conclusion, right? That's enough. Okay. And question number 3. What is threshing? Explain the way in which threshing is commonly done. After harvesting the crops such as wheat and rice, the grains are separated from their stalk. Once wheat is harvested, the stalks are dried. Then each grain of wheat is separated from the stalk to which it is attached so that it can be grounded into flour. The method of separating grains from the harvested stalk is called threshing. It is done in the following way. In manual threshing, the farmer holds the pile of crop in his hand and hits it on a rock or any hard surface. During this process, the grains separate from the stalk. And threshing can also be done by a machine called a thresher. This machine is used for threshing large quantities of grains. If large quantities of grains are there, threshing machine, thresher is using. Okay. Otherwise, hand threshing. That means one bundle of what husk will hand in the catch in the hand and will beat in a strong surface somewhere. Okay, then automatically grains will separate. Number 4, how are two immiscible liquids separated? Explain with a diagram. You can see there two immiscible liquids can be separated from each other using the separating funnel by taking advantage of their unequal density. Oil and water are immiscible liquids. They can be separated by using a separating funnel. A mixture of immiscible liquids is poured into a separating funnel fixed on a stand. A mixture is left undisturbed for some time. The heavier liquid water settles at the bottom. and stopcock is opened and the liquid of the lower liquid is collected. As soon as that liquid is collected, the stopcock is closed, the next liquid is collected in other vessel. This is the method. Okay, we have to mix it and after that we have to keep it a few minutes. Okay, then automatically it will separate up and down. That heavier liquid will be go down and another one is will be up. After that we can separate it. Their diagram is not necessary. Okay, just leave it. Already we did one diagram now, and just leave it. And next one, number 5, explain the process of obtaining pure salt from impure salt. Pure salt from how we can separate pure salt from impure salt. Evaporate technique is used to obtain salt from seawater. To obtain salt, seawater is collected in shallow ponds and allowed to stand. Gallery water evaporates due to wind and heat of the sun. Salt is left in the pond. This salt is further purified to make it fit for consumption. That means salt will collect from the sea and after that will keep few days. Okay, then automatically due to wind and sunlight evaporation will happen and pure salt will form there. Okay, if you have, we also can do it. Okay, just salt mix with water and after that if we keep it then automatically it will dry and we will get pure salt. Okay. Okay, today this enough. Okay, all of you study it well. Okay, and this short answer type question, all of you, both all of you write. Okay, in your fair copy, properly write and send to me. Okay, and study also. Okay, then bye.